Today, we're being asked to become aware of the foundations that we are currently building to create paths to our future successes. We're gifted with a realistic and disciplined and practical approach to our obligations, to our responsibilities. So, join me as we embark on a journey of self discovery by gaining an understanding of how to utilize this energy and move forward today and every day. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus, July the 10th, 2024. So we'll start with the numerology. I've got Dylan hair or something happening here. He's the one who sheds all the time. Milo, you don't even notice that he sheds, but Dylan, you know. So we'll start with the numerology. Today we have the 10. The 10 energy is about new energy coming in, supportive energy, lucky energy. It's a time to think about the chapters that we want to write about our forward movement, the things that we want to step into, the things that we want to create, the things that we want to become tangible in our life, the things that we want to represent our reality going forward. 1 plus 0 is a 1, and that is the I am. Now, whenever that 1 is matched with the 0, the 1 has this godlike energy. So the more we stand in our own independence, taking responsibility for our obligations, our responsibilities, the stronger we are going forward. And it's a young energy. We want to face that challenge. We want to face that obstacle so that we can plow through it, so that we can master it, so that we can step into the successes on the other side. If we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 7 plus a 1 plus an 8. That gives us a 16 energy, and the 16 energy is about awakenings. We see a brand new path before us. Something happens in our life that gains our focus, our awareness to a new subject in our life, a new opportunity, a new adventure, a new learning experience. And because of it, more often than not, parts of our life fall away instantaneously with the new movement forward. 1 plus 6 is a 7 energy, and that is about creating harmony and beauty, love within our environment, within our relationships, bringing in the balance, the understanding. With the astrology, sun is in Cancer, moon is in Virgo, and the sun will trine Saturn today. Okay, so they are asking us to take on a more disciplined approach to all aspects of our life. And similar to yesterday, we may witness ourselves taking on new responsibilities, obligations, but today the energy supports the hard work, the perseverance. So we may find that the obligations and responsibilities that we are taking on are either a smaller scale long term or a larger scale short term commitment or obligation. But think about things. Like I said yesterday, pull it back. Have no as your first response. Okay, you're allowed to say no. Give yourself permission to say no and to put yourself first. Okay, we can always go back and we can think about it and see if we could do that, and it's not going to hinder any part of our progress going forward on our path. In fact, it may help us in some way on further retrospection of it. So it's about, and then you pick up the phone and you phone them back and you say, hey, if you haven't found anybody yet, and I can almost bang on bet you dollar for dollar that, bet the house that they haven't found anybody yet. So you become their bestie, you become their savior, you become a cherished friend instantly because you did bother to think it through and understand that you could help them in some way. And that's not always the case. Sometimes a no is a no. But any effort we put into work or study, personal projects, our relationships will likely yield a very positive result because of it. This transit asks us to be aware of the foundations that we are building now for our future successes. So we will be able to apply more discipline and focus to our obligations and responsibilities during this time, but also in creating some good habits and strong routines that support our mind, body, and soul. So if there's something that you want to interject into your world, a habit, a behavior, something that you want to do. Maybe you want to start taking yoga 2 times a week or in every morning, or maybe you want to start cooking all your healthy meals a week in advance and have them all ready to go. So you just grab one right after the other, and you do a lot of prep work at one time, and then it's a 15-minute reheat for the next 2 weeks because of the work you've done. And it's about creating those little habits today. I mean, any kind of little habit or anything you want to quit smoking, this would be a kind of energy to do that with, because you are valuing your health a little bit more. You want to feel more alive, more energetic. You want to taste your food again and smell the smells, which are all hampered when you're a smoker. I couldn't believe the change in the taste of things. I think that's why we eat more when we quit smoking, is because food starts tasting so much better. Anyways, I'm going down my little tangents here, so we're gonna stay on topic, okay? So yeah, anything for your mind, your body, your soul, making strong routines. Okay, we may experience recognition, achievements, advancements, promotions, raises during this time. People are watching, people are taking notes, so put your best foot forward. Show your best self, showcase yourself in some humble way by just being you, by just doing what you do. And if we take a disciplined, methodical approach to our finances right now, we can achieve some long-term stability and security through our strategies that we put in place during this time. So do some research, do some investigating on what healthy investments you can do, or some way that you can create a new money stream coming into your world that is practical. Today, set some goals, okay? Embrace hard work, plan with strategy in mind, okay? So you just don't want to say, I'm going to do this, but how are you going to do that? Break it down into bite-sized pieces. Stay grounded. Take some time to reflect on your progress that you've made up to this point, especially when you are adding layers to new experiences already. Gain the insight, the clarity to make any kind of necessary adjustments to your steps forward. We have very strong energy supporting us to do just that. We'll turn to the cards. Well, that card didn't want to go back in the deck, but it didn't try to flip over either. It went. Underlying energy. The Four of Wands. So, proposals? And of course, we're not all getting a wedding proposal today, but we could be strengthening the bonds in a relationship. So growing the harmony, okay, the 7 energy is highlighted here, our daily energy. Our partnerships, growing our partnerships, growing our relationships. This is a time where you don't wait until the big final the finale to celebrate. It's like going to the fireworks, right? The first one goes off and everybody goes, right? And then, and the ahs and the clapping in between and everything. We almost celebrate every single firework that goes up into the sky. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Over here. Check out the color. Oh, that's amazing. And we do all these things, and we celebrate each firework that goes off, and we don't wait until the very end. We don't sit there and go, and then the grand finale, and it's like, oh, that was a great show. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. We celebrate every single moment of the experience. So think of your life as little fireworks going off all the time. Celebrate the fact that you got out of bed this morning and stood upright. Some people choose not to. Celebrate the fact that, I don't know, your water was running and you had a nice shower and you feel invigorated, you feel alive, you're making your first cup of coffee, tea, glass of water, whatever it might be for you. Maybe every step you take is pure pleasure right now. The gentle stroke of a soft caress. Celebrate every moment, celebrate everything you do. Okay? This is about celebrating the little steps. We don't wait for the grand finale. Right now, we only have 4 posts in the ground, 4 wands actually in the ground, and we put up a little bit of garland and we're celebrating that. No, it doesn't look anything like the castle we're imagining in our head, the ultimate place that we will eventually end up. But it's a start, and we should celebrate it because some people just keep it in their minds and they never start. Page of Pentacles is our first card. Very young energy, and it's about growing your dreams bigger, better, more alive, more sensational than ever. Okay, out of that, we come up with something that is practical, something that is doable. But do not stop growing that dream bigger. Okay, it's when we stop dreaming, when we stop expanding, when we stop growing, when we stop acting towards goals, dreams, desires, that's when we become stagnated. That's when we lower our energy. And we want that high energy. So the best way of having a high energy is getting lost in the dream of your tomorrow and thinking of what can be. Now, this is a pentacle. So we're looking at our money and our finances here, which was discussed through the astrology, right? So first of all, you have to believe that you can grow it. You know, I had a talk with Paul this morning, and I was talking about putting aside, you know, he's new to the work world and he's new to the paycheck. And I started talking about putting some money aside. And he already had that mentality of, I can't afford to. I don't care if you can't afford to. Okay, the first thing you need to do is pay yourself. The first thing you need to do, and I'm not saying pay yourself by going and buying something for yourself. Take $25 a week, $100 a month, and you're going to go, oh my gosh, $25 out of a paycheck. Then if you get paid twice a week or twice a month, then we're going to use $50 as, and just take that much money, that little bit of money, and put it into some kind of investment for yourself. Don't just keep it in a savings account. Okay, you're not going to make money if you just keep it in a savings account, but you want to look at, maybe it's stocks, maybe it's bonds, maybe it's mutual funds, maybe it's some kind of investment that you can make in your country, something that's available through the government for high interest or a higher interest. Okay, and just take that $20 or $25. Pay yourself first. First action out of every bit of money that you get coming forward is paying yourself. You get $100 in the mail, take $1 out of it, okay? Invest it, $1. You're not going to miss the dollar. If $1 is life or death for you, then we need to, give me a call, okay? Because we're going to work on some of the things that are open to you that you're just not seeing and moving forward. And the Seven of Cups, I know I'm jabbering. The Seven of Cups is here. The Seven of Cups is saying we want to choose wisely. We are only getting one angle of what those cups look like and what they may hold. And so we might go for the biggest or the shiniest, and that might not be, don't judge a book by the cover. Don't judge the contents by the underlying view of the cup. We want to get different vantage points. We want to get above it. We want to get beside it. We want to infuse ourselves in that energy to understand it. What are we committing to when it comes to obligations, when it comes to responsibilities, when it comes to taking another step forward towards that dream, that desire, that goal that we have in mind, that passion. And we have the Sun card. I was wondering where our big cards were today, and here it is. The Sun comes out. This is the I am. Okay, now it is a 19, but if you go 1 plus 9, it becomes a what? A 10, which is our numerology today. 1 plus 0 is a 1. So apply all of that to this card, but this is about your accomplishments, your strength, your capabilities, your confidence, your wisdom, your knowledge, and taking it forward. Walking in with a sense of confidence, with a sense of strength, and embracing those things about you. And yes, even under this energy, we will be taking risks, but they're educated risks. They're things to move us forward in miraculous ways, is what I hear. So that's the words I'm using. Okay, let's go to our oracle cards. I know I'm a little bit in the shadows, but I'm trying to keep the lights off because it keeps your room cooler. Every little bit helps because I really don't want to run the fans. I really don't want to run the fans. I've got my water, my ice bucket here, but I haven't really used it too much yet. Okay, we have you are worth it. The 23 energy. You are worth it. Just, take a snapshot of that right now and just look at it throughout the day. Keep calling it up in your phone. What do we got? We got a boat down there on the shore, but a huge boat coming in. 6 candles. The six representing our habits, our behaviors. 23. 23 is about the belief in ourselves. You are worth it. The only way you can accept, respect, and cherish others is by accepting, respecting, and cherishing you. Accept praise and credit when it is given to you. When you learn to be accepting, you allow your true potential to blossom. You claim your worth and reflect that light to others. And when you see yourself in this light, other people cannot help but respond to your personal sense of value. As you strive towards more self-love each day, you will find yourself infused with new energy. It is okay to walk away from relationships that minimize or hurt you. Enjoy and love who you are. It's not only okay, it's necessary to walk away from relationships. You may love someone to pieces, but if they are in some way tearing you down, then there needs to be space because you need to respect yourself enough to not allow another person to treat you in any way other than how you expect to be treated, how you expect to be loved, how you expect to be supported. Okay? But when I accept praise and credit when it's given, and so often somebody will say, oh my goodness, what a beautiful dress, oh I got this, it's so cheap, I got this for half price, or a friend gave it to me, or you kind of take away the, yeah, I've got great taste and I decided to buy this dress, and doesn't it look good on me? You're right. That's why I'm wearing it today, because I looked in the mirror and I thought, wow, I look great in this dress. Or maybe it's not a dress, maybe it's a special tie you have, or a scarf, or a certain shirt you like to wear, whatever it may be. But don't start to sell it short. Don't start selling yourself short, because that's essentially what you're doing. When people give me a compliment, I go on. Like, I'm liking what I'm hearing. Don't stop now. And they laugh and everything, but it's about accepting the compliment, of saying, yes, I am those things and so much more. I'm just blunt, so that's what I say. I say, continue. Don't stop now. Okay, let's get an animal card. And we have today, oh, look at this. The wise owl comes out. Wisdom. Okay, our keywords for today are second sight, magic, secrets, truth, and wisdom. A wise old owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that wise old bird? If owl has arrived in your reading, which it obviously has, it symbolizes the wisdom that you have which spans It symbolizes the wisdom that you have which spans your earthly years. Those who you come in contact with may be drawn to your sage advice, your second sight, your keen ability to keep secrets. You can sense truth and untruth in people and in situations, though you don't always follow through on your gut instincts. Owl tells you that you are interpreting signs correctly, to believe in your psychic ability, believe in your intuition, which are gifts, not a curse. despite any information that tells you otherwise. Owl can also mean that there is someone keeping a secret from you or maybe being untruthful. This is not you being overly sensitive. Follow through on the feeling you have with your second sight, for if you don't, you may indeed regret it later on. And yes, follow your intuition. Ask your intuition. Okay? Ask your intuition and believe in yourself. Believe in your gut. Believe in your inner knowledge. Okay? You're feeling things for a reason. And until you start paying attention to it, that's when you can start interpreting it properly. So it does guide you each and every time the right way forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.